Hello, my name is Kenio and I'm playing Walking Rumor. One of the bigger problems about mental health lately that I see is more like it's become more like a trend of having it than actually talking about it and support each other to get through it.
When I was a kid walking in school, I got bullied a lot. There was always someone who wanted to twist my words into something that they could make fun of. You know, there was like always. I don't think there is any particular reason. I was just that particular target. There's always like one target in the class that it has no particular meaning to why that person gets bullied, but that there's just something about that person that triggers everyone else to pick on that one. And sadly, I was the one getting picked.
When I got older and moved out of my parents' house and yeah, I started taking life on my own, I started seeking out
Not like a counseling thing, not like a counseling group, but it's like a group talk. It's like we call it circle talk.
Where a few people in different ages that sits in a room together in a full circle, and we kind of share our story of the day or story of the week, what was good, what was bad, and we have a few exercises that we plan for each other to test our, especially in my case, that test my
my patience. Because I don't have a lot of patience, I gotta admit to that. Because if I want things done, I want things done now. I really don't like waiting for a week to have things done.
If we keep talking to people about this stuff who can relate to it, then you might as well just talk to a wall in a way, because usually when you're having this mental stability issues, you're not really looking for advice. You're not really looking for
someone to give you some kind of uplifting comment of the day, or usually some people understand you so little that they just tell you to pull yourself together, and you don't really need that. The only thing you actually need is a good ear that is open, that is willing to listen to you. Especially with our band, in our case, we try to express that we're willing to have people to come to our shows,
tell the stories, and we will of course listen to them, and we want to really show our support and show that we understand occasionally what they're going through.
And especially with our lyrics, and hopefully they can hear that we have some kind of experience in that place.
Mental health has always been just part of my life that has been on and off depending on what the situation I've been living in. Usually, I got diagnosed with just depression as a kid, many years back, and I didn't really know what that meant to start with. I didn't really know how to cope with it or what to make of it. The only understanding that I had was oh, but you're sad all the time. That's what depression means. But that's really not what depression means. It feels more like a sudden moment of emptiness and a sudden moment of hopelessness that kind of strikes you out of nowhere. It's kind of hard to describe for a perspective where you haven't been in those shoes yourself.
I think it's important to realize you're not a superhero. You can't please everyone, and you can't please mostly yourself all the time. But I think it's very, very important to be if you want to be a superhero, you're gonna be your own superhero. In a way that, in that sense that do only the things in life that makes you happy, that gives you joy and gives you pleasure, because nothing else is really worth the effort and really worth the time.
Yeah, it's be your own superhero, because no one else out there is able to help you in the same way that you can help yourself.